Hello everyone, it's pyGuru this side, and today in this tutorial we are going to learn about another account takeover method by response manipulation. So in the previous tutorial we learned one of the techniques for account takeover, that was by OTP bypass. There the web server was sending an OTP and it was being stored on the front end. So we were cracking that forget password OTP to log in into that account. In this tutorial we are going to learn another type of account takeover, and that is by response manipulation. Here we'll be discussing about a bug known as IDOR, or insecure direct object reference. The vulnerability is broken authentication, and the result of it will be that we'll be able to take over anyone's account. Now it's highly critical, and before going to the practical, let's learn a little bit about the IDOR. So IDOR stands for Insecure Direct Object Reference, and here you can learn in detail about the IDOR on portsfigure.net website. A quick definition is insecure direct object reference is a type of access control vulnerability that arises when an application uses user-supplied input to access objects directly. Basically, we will give some input, that is, we'll be able to manipulate the input, and in response, will be access any user's data. Here you can see an example. IDOR vulnerability will direct a reference to database objects. Consider a website that uses the following URL to access customer account page. That is, let's say this is an some example website, and so securewebsite.com/customer account, and then here's a query, customer number 132355. Okay, so basically what happens if we well, this won't work, but for example, let's say if we hit this URL, we'll get the user information for this particular user ID. But what if we just change the user ID a little bit, let's say instead of this last 5, if we add 6 here, and we still get the new users user information, it means it's an IDOR. Okay, so we'll be seeing the same in this tutorial. So for this, I have a target website here, that is this one, and we'll be using a simple account first, logging into it. So let us open this website. Here is the website, country.com, and what I want is I want to log in into this account. So first what I'll do is I'll simply create a temporary account here. So let's say you can just say don't have an account, continue as guest. Here you can enter name, email address. I'll be using a temporary email address, and then mobile number. Basically it doesn't send any OTP to you, so you can just type randomly anything here. I already have created a temporary account here, so we'll be using it, okay, to log in into this. So here's my temporary account, and if I just paste it here, okay, email address, and then password is this. It's a random phone number, it won't work. Okay, so if I just paste it, before hitting enter, what we'll do, we'll just go to Burp Suite and turn on the Intercept now. Okay, and we'll next hit the login button. So click on login over here, and first request is Google Ad Services, so I'll simply forward it. The second is api.country.com, but this is the options. Okay, whenever there's an options method, you simply have to ignore this. Remember the endpoint, API/customer/login. This is the endpoint. The options will tell that what are the possible methods available on this endpoint. So we'll simply forward it. We don't need this. Again, forward this. And we have to manipulate this request, api.country.com's post api.country.com/api/customer/login. Okay, so what I have to do is we'll simply check the response for it. First, let me do one thing. I'll simply copy this thing and paste it here. Okay, we'll need it in future. So we have copied this customer email, password, and session ID. Then what you will do, you will just right click on it, then do intercept and response to this request. Then you will simply forward it for now. Okay, so forward it, forward until you get the response. Now this is the response for the request that we just sent. You can see it's sent response, and we are getting a status code of 200. Now see here, what is the response that we are getting? Basically it's sending me a customer ID for this email. There's a related customer ID or user ID, and this response is sending with the user ID along with the username. Is error, there's a mistake in error spelling, but anyways, is error false, error message is null, success message is logged in successfully. Okay, so we are just going to use this. You can see there's nothing much we are getting on the login. Okay, it simply sends me a customer ID and customer name. So we'll just simply copy this entire response and paste it here. Okay, and we'll see an example of it. Now if I just forward it forward, so basically let us turn on the intercept. You'll see I'm logged in here. Okay, so now what I want is I want to go to my account. So again I'll simply try to turn on the intercept and I'll click on my account and then my profile, and you will see currently it's empty, but because we are intercepting it, so we have to wait for some time. And just forward these things until we get some good and request. See, we are having a request API country.com/API/customer/get by customer ID. Okay, so since it's options, we'll forward it, but if it's post, we have to intercept it. So we'll simply forward, but wait for the post one. See, this is the post one. We have to intercept this. Okay, so yes, here. Now here you can see it says customer ID is 234728. Okay, so again what you have to do, you need to simply click on do intercept and respond to this request. And one more thing that you can do is you can see to get the customer details, which is get by customer ID, all you have to do is you have to send the customer ID. So let's say if anyhow we are able to get the customer ID of any other user, we can get its detail. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll simply go to here and I'll send it to repeater. Okay, right click on the request and send it to repeater. Okay, repeater will help us to change customer IDs and get the response. So for now, again, let me just intercept the request. So response to this and then forward and wait for the response. So here is the response of this interception. It says is error false, error message none, and you can see I'm able to get the details of my account. Customer first name is Valerie, primary email is this, password is this, customer IP, blah blah blah, phone number, and all of these things. Okay, so you can see this is the response we are getting. So if I simply forward it, let us turn on the intercept. We'll see. These are the details I'm getting for my account. Now, so far we haven't done anything related to IDOR, but now I want to do the IDOR part, okay, which is insecure direct object reference. So far we only used our own account and got the information related to our account. Now let's see the IDOR. What is IDOR? Simply log out from this account. Okay. We will try to log in again and enter the same email ID. You can just choose any random email ID. We don't care what the email ID is. We'll be able to log into random accounts now. We'll just see. Okay, and then I'll copy this password and I'll paste here. Okay, before login, again we'll turn on the intercept. Click on login. Now if I click on forward, again this is the login but options method, so we'll simply forward it. We'll wait for the post method. So wait, this is a post method. We have to intercept this response to this request. Okay, what I wanted to do, this is we know we'll get a success email. Okay, so let's just drop it. Actually we don't need this. If I just like use this email ID and password, we know this is a successful login, so let's not do it. You can just change the password, okay, if you want, but we'll simply drop the request. Let's just drop the request. Let's try again with an example. Okay, we'll just refresh this page. Sorry for this part, we'll just refresh this. Okay, let's log in with any random email. Let's say @gmail.com. This is now not a working email. Okay, and then password is anything. Let's just type randomly. And before login, we will again turn on the intercept, login, and intercept the post request. So forward. We found the post request. This is a post request. We have to intercept it. response to this request. You can see customer email is this, password is this, session is the same. If you just see here, this is the same session ID. The session ID is not changing, so this is another kind of bug. Okay, so but we'll not think about it. Use this bug in this video. We'll see it in some other tutorial. But if the session ID is same, that means this is also a bug. So what I want to do is I simply want to intercept it, response to this request. Now if I forward it, you will see this is a failure. We should get a failure response. Okay, so it says 200, customer ID is 0, customer name is null, is error true, invalid email or password. Okay, now this is a failure message. But here's the trick part. We are going to use the IDOR now. What I will do, I'll simply copy the success response that I was getting for this email and password. Okay, so this was the response HTTP 200, and I'll copy it and paste it here. Okay, so let's change the response. This is a response manipulation. Now this email ID is for my value. Okay, the account that is this email ID and password. The customer ID is for this account. What I'll do is I'll do the IDOR here in direct secure direct object reference. Instead of 234728, what I will do is I will do 234727. Okay, I have changed customer ID. And if IDOR is successful, I'll be able to log in to this particular account, this user's account. Let's just try to forward it and let's see. Turn on the intercept and let's see if we are able to log into someone else's account. You can see it says the value. Okay, I didn't change the username because I didn't know the username of that particular account. So if I just go to here and click on my account, it's showing value because I kept value here. Okay, that's right. If I go to my account and my profile, you will see I'll not log into the value. Instead, I'll be logged into someone else's account. So we'll wait for some time. And you can see I have logged into a user called Mamta. Okay. And you can see I'm able to get the access to all of his details. Phone number, email, and all the kind of things. Now please don't misuse this. This video is for just learning purpose. Okay, so this is simply what we can do here. If we just let's do one thing. Let's just go back and turn on the intercept. And if I go to my profile again, forward, we'll just intercept the same get customer by ID. We have already sent it to the repeater, but let's just send it to intercept it once again. Okay, so if I just click on do intercept response to this request, you will see if I forward it, I'll be able to get the all the details of the user. Okay, so get by customer ID. We need to, okay, sorry, I intercepted the option. Okay, I need to intercept the post request. So respond to this request. If I forward it, you'll see I'll get the JSON response of this user. Is error false? I'm able to see all the details of this user, Mamta. Also her password, phone number, customer IP, and everything. Okay, so this is an IDOR example of IDOR. Now this may seem to just like a normal issue, but actually it's very critical error, critical security bug. Let me just show you why. Okay, if I just forward it, sorry, we have already forward the request to the repeater, if you remember. So we'll just use this. Okay, so let's just turn off the intercept. We don't need it now. Okay, we are done with the IDOR. Now let me show you why this is very critical. See here, this is the original value account customer ID. If I just change it to 7 in the repeater and send it, you will see I'll get the response for the previous user, Mamta. If I again change it to something else, customer ID, you will get the response of someone else's account. Okay, details of someone else's account. So in unknowingly, the developer has leaked the data, customer data of all of its users. So what I'll do, I'll simply right click on it and I'll send it to Intruder. Okay, now Intruder will help us to, here we are manually changing customer IDs. Intruder will help us to attack this website with the automated fashion. So what I'll do, I'll simply put just select this customer ID and click on this add. Okay, if you want, you can just keep this number here, or you can just type any string here. It's a user ID. This means that this requires a user ID. Attack type will be sniper. Okay, just click on sniper, go to payloads, and then instead of simple list, select numbers. Okay, and from where, so let's see here what customer ID was this. Okay, so let me just copy this customer ID, go to Intruder, in the payloads, select numbers from, I want to generate numbers from, let's say 700 to 725. So what I want is, I want to get the customer information of these 25 customers. Okay, step will be 1. It means the first number generated will be 234700, the next number will be 234701, like this. So total payload count is 26. Okay, so if now I start the attack, you will see I'll be able to get the details of all the users. Now you can see I'm getting 200 for all of these. If I click on this, customer ID is 234700, and if I check response, you will be able to see I'm able to get this customer details, which is Koelada Radhika something. Okay, so this is a very highly critical bug, and I'll try to report to the website owner so that this can be fixed. Again, do not misuse it. Okay, so I hope you now have a basic idea of what is IDOR is. Indirect object reference. Basically, we are just changing the user customer ID here, and we are able to get the details of that user. So this is a broken authentication mechanism. Basically, the website is not checking for any authentication. Even if we send the wrong email ID and password, we were able to manipulate the response and was able to log into someone else's account. Okay, so this is what kind of bug: IDOR, insecure direct object reference, vulnerabilities, broken authentication. And as you can see, we can simply use we can take over any accounts using this. So if I just go to here, I know this, we already saw the password in this. So if I go to change password, and if I just type new password here, new confirm password, I'll be able to and just change the password. Will be okay. Even if you don't want to change the password, you can use this user's account. You can see this user's orders. Okay, so this user has ordered few things. You can see, you can just access anyone else's account like this. So guys, this is it for this video. If you love this video, leave a like or dislike. I hope you learned something new. It's possible that this video might be taken down from YouTube because of this insecurity reason. Okay, so anyways, you can just you can just enroll to my free YouTube course. You will find this video there on my Telegram channel. Okay, so hope you've done something new. Leave a like or dislike. You can do my subscribe it. Thank you. See you in the next tutorial.